I won't even wait. What can I say? Let's all say it together. I love the Rashi School. And the Rashi School is just a symbol of so many other things. It's a symbol of so much more. So take a minute, do me a favor, stand up and look around the room. Stand up and look around the room. Yeah, don't start schmoozing again. You can sit down now. And you know what you saw? What you saw was a network of human beings filled with incredible and incalculable power. What we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about for just a minute, is the power of the one human being who can shift the world on its axis, and the power of the many, all of you in this room, the network that we call the Jewish community. Right now, all of you and the Rashi School are at the center of this network. This network is electrical. This network has power. And if you listen closely to the power of this network, you can feel the entire Jewish world, not just Boston's Jewish community. You can feel the entire Jewish world shifting on its axis, shifting in a way that can fill the Jewish people and the Jewish community with love and passion and caring and social justice and Torah. Fill the whole Jewish community with it, so that at the end it shines out of Boston and actually begins to transform the rest of the Jewish world. Because this is a moment of, on the one hand, fear and danger, and you all know that. And on the other hand, it's a moment of immense opportunity when you can actually see the whole Jewish world shifting. I just came back from a mission with a number of the people in this room. And I looked around, and these people weren't necessarily picked for their gigantic, Jewish commitment. But guess what? About half of them had kids in day school, and most of them were Rashi parents. And guess what? I decided to take a look at our board. This is the board of a federation. First of all, most federation boards have an average age of about 85. Our federation board has an average age of about 50, and about half of the people on that board are also day school parents. And then I looked at our last Acharai program. If they weren't already, let's hear it from that Acharai class. And guess what? But how many people in this room are from different Acharai classes? Yeah, you too, Freeze. Go ahead, yeah. And about half of that class were day school parents, many Rashi parents. And what's more, we put them in the tender mercies of Mark Baker. So I'll probably end up at the Gann Academy too. God bless it. It's another great opportunity. So all of these wonderful things really depend on people. So thanks to Jody and Jim for chairing this. As I said to Matt before, I can't tell you how much respect and love I have for you, Matt, because so much of this is in your hands and is a result of your efforts and your talent. And of course, thank God for Rebecca and Alex and the model that they have for the whole Jewish future, a community that's filled with tzedek, with justice. And the truth is, I would rather not follow Dale and Marilyn, because they are magnificent human beings who are able to generate a vision that's amazing. Not to mention that Dale raised about $46 million for CJP, so. But who's counting, right? And of course, Dale Aronoff, terrific, great person, and Dana Gershon, past chair of the board here, all great examples of a great community. So it's an honor to be here at the Rashi School dinner because, of course, I love Jeffrey Schwartz. And the connection is that I also, of course, love the Rashi School. Love Jeffrey Schwartz, love the Rashi School. And there's a connection between the two, a clear, solid line connecting Jeff and the Rashi School and the Renaissance that will change the Jewish future. We are at the beginning of a great awakening of spirituality and learning that connects each of us to each other and to Jeff, and to a great awakening of Jewish spirit and learning and commitment that is literally changing the entire Jewish future. Powerful leaders and role models are developing out of all of these nexus, out of the connections between all of these things that will fund the Jewish future and steer the Jewish future and make us what we were intended to be, a community deeply rooted in Torah and our particularity leading us to a deep commitment to social justice and changing the world. That's what the Torah tells us. That's what our prophets tell us. That's what the Rashi School tells us, and that will be our future as a Jewish community because of all of you and those networks. But if you want to look for the beginning, for the alpha moment for our Jewish community, for all of this change, I would submit that the hinge moment and the transformational presence that you will find that will bring a flood of new leaders to CJP and hundreds of new students to the Rashi School and to our other day schools, you will find that moment with Jeff Schwartz standing there 11 years ago, welcoming a small group of leaders onto his plane, a plane that was a draw to get those people on board. But by the second trip, the plane didn't matter at all. By the second trip, all that mattered was the ability to have contact with an extraordinary human being, with Jeff Schwartz. By the second trip, it was clear that they were coming for Jeff, Jeff the teacher, Jeff the guide, Jeff the compassionate defender of Israel, Jeff the warm and caring friend, Jeff who could not and would not tolerate hunger in the country he loves, Jeff who was in love with Israel and Judaism and especially Jewish learning. And that was what those future Jewish leaders came to travel with. They came to touch greatness. They came to see a glimpse of the Jewish future. They came to see heroism in those Navy SEALs that we visited, and the beauty of Israel and the possibility for themselves, and they didn't know it when they got on the plane, the possibility of redemption. That's what all this represents for all of us. America gives us great things, security and a way to make a living, but guess what? It doesn't give us purpose and meaning and community. That's what Jeff represented for those people. And Jeff was merely a gateway to this broader experience that we call Jewish life, at the center of which is the Rashi School and all of the people in this room. If we use the energy in this room, if we understand the power that we have, if we believe deeply in the Jewish future, there is nothing that we can't accomplish. All of this, and every year, 40,000 new young adults coming back from Israel, 40,000. Unprecedented, unexpected. This is a gift. The Rashi School is a gift. The power of this community is a gift. The beauty of your children is a gift. It's a reminder of what God expects from all of us at this very important and amazing moment. There's a great book, my favorite book by Jonathan Sachs. It's called Future Tense. And in reality, what he's saying is that everything in Jewish life ought to be based in the past, but pointed in the future direction, spoken about in the future tense. So Moses says to God, "What's your name?" And God says to Moses, "I will be what I will be." Very mysterious. Sachs interprets it. He says, God is saying to Moses, "I will be what I will be, but the outcome depends on you. The outcome depends on you." We have all these strengths, but the outcome depends on each and every one of us. On that last trip, we visited Shimon Peres, and we had a great session with Shimon Peres, And the best and all the questions were put to Shimon Peres by Geraldine Sunshine. I must say that Shimon was a little surprised when the questions came to him in perfect and unaccented Hebrew. And he looked at her and he goes, okay, I get it. It's the American Jewish community. So she said, what was your greatest achievement? And he said, my greatest achievement? He said, that which I will achieve tomorrow. So for all of you, for the Rashi School, for our incredible Jewish community, and especially for Jeff Swartz, who hasn't even begun to accomplish what he will accomplish in the future, what we will accomplish together, the greatest achievement will be the beauty of what we'll be able to achieve together tomorrow, all thanks to a little starting point, one human being opening up his plane and his heart and his brain to those people he brought on board, and the networks that came out of that are transforming our community. My friend, my teacher, Jeffrey Swartz.